Welcome to the live stream. You guys, I'm super excited to share with you a story. I'm gonna make sure you can hear me, see me. Might have to move this back a little. Comment below. Let me know that you can hear me and see me. Thanks for watching this. If you're watching the replay, I'm going to share with you a story how one single mother turned heartache into success. And I want to add in there, this video is really about real estate investors. I'm actually, this is a call out to real estate investors, entrepreneurs, real estate people who are in the real estate business. A lot of people who get into real estate because you're a freedom chaser. You're looking to create freedom in your life. The income that comes from real estate a lot of times will help you be able to have more freedom, options, and choices. Those are my three values that one of my mentors has really deeply seated in there. Freedom, option, and choices. That's what money gives you. Money isn't everything, but money definitely gives you those three things: freedom, option, and choices. Can someone comment below those three things for me? Freedom, option, and choices. If you're wanting freedom, option, and choices, you are going to want to listen to this video. Comment below freedom, option, and choices. Share it out with your friends. Hi, Helen. Oh my gosh, I am super excited to have you here. I want to share a story with you guys on how one single mother turned heartache into success. Make sure to share this out because you guys want to know more about this. There's a woman named Jenna Hoover. She wakes up 7 a.m. with a pit in her stomach. Have you guys had that before? This is the day that will change her life forever. This is the day that she will begin building a better life for her daughter and herself. This is the day that she will look back on years from now with excitement, happiness, instead of fear. This is the day that Jenna made the decision to start her career as a real estate investor. Jenna went to bed one night before and prayed that her fear would be replaced with excitement and hope, anything that would bring some freedom, stability in her life, and more importantly, her daughter Addison's life. A lot of times, you guys, I know most of you here are in real estate or have a business opportunity that they're working on that you want to be able to use to help you create those freedom, option, and choices, right? And create stability in your life and be able to have no fear on when the next paycheck is coming. And maybe sometimes real estate isn't the best field, but we know that the income that comes from this and the value that we give to people in the real estate business, that it can definitely help you with those three things. So this didn't happen for this young single mom. She woke up with the same fear every day and the same memories of her past failures, and tried to keep holding on she tried to keep holding on. And even though she hopes that those feelings and memories would just disappear, it seems to scream even louder and louder in her ear. Have you guys experienced that? But Jenna realized something that morning that changed her life forever. She realized that the fear that it's fragile and weak and can disguise itself as confusion and a lack of knowledge. I know I tell myself that I'm not smart enough a lot of times. But fear can trick you because I know it's not true. I know that I'm smarter than a lot of people. And so fear can trick you into thinking that you're not good enough. This single mom, Jenna, recounts the day that she can see, remembering the fear that she felt, and as if she's done it a million times, she pushes it aside and continues on. I just got off a call and I just told you guys, you got to remember, you still have to remember that fear you felt before, but push it through because it's always going to keep coming back. Push through and push it to the side and continue on. Fear would trick most people into believing. Fear will trick you that one day, but that's the day that was different for her. And this is what she says. For me, it was different because a few weeks earlier, I became armed with enough knowledge and enough tools to really believe that my life could change, that it would change. It was really your destiny. She believed it was her destiny that things would change. And I know that I believe this as well too, and for yourself. Jenna is a single mother to her beautiful, spunky 6-year-old daughter, Addison, and always saw real estate as her plan B until it became her plan A. So you guys might be in the same spot. I know there's several people out there that have real estate as their plan B, might be working other jobs. Obviously, we got to pay the bills, but we eventually want it to be our plan A. So before you can truly appreciate her success, as Jenna, that I've been talking about to you, we want to know a little bit more about her past. Let's talk about her past. She's from a tiny, tiny little hillbilly town in southwestern Pennsylvania. And if you blink an eye, you'll miss it. You won't miss much. If you're from there, you're either going to be a teacher or some sort of background in the medical field. That's it in a nutshell. Growing up in a small town, Jenna did what many other small towns often do. They get married at a young age. She got married at 21, and had her daughter at the young age of 24. She went from medical sales to a stay-at-home mom. And the day Addison was born, she became a stay-at-home mom, and it seemed as if she'd be settling into a fairly average life. However, life happens. Life has its way of throwing you a curveball when you least expect it. When her daughter was 6 months old, she was separated from her husband, kicked out of her house, and she became divorced at 25. No warning. I'm sure there was probably warning signs, but in her case, she didn't think there was a warning. Life just changed in a blink of an eye. No job, no money, no house. She packed up her 6-month-old baby, 2 dogs, 2 duffel bags, and went to stay at home with her parents. Boom. She thought it would be a couple of days, just maybe a week, get on her feet. But next time she went back, and she was back a year later with a U-Haul. She collected the rest of her things, didn't look back, and she continued raising her daughter, living in her old bedroom at her parents' house. It wasn't ideal, but it worked. Sometimes you just got to roll with the punches, right? But fear had its ugly grip on Jenna. What would she do? How would she provide the life of her dreams with her tiny daughter and that her daughter deserved? How would she make it all right? How would her little girl didn't ask for any of this, right? She didn't ask to be brought into a broken home. She was innocent bystander, and it was solely up to Jenna now to give her daughter the best life. No one else, just her. She had the weight of the world on her shoulders. Life took another turn. Her daughter was 2. Jenna got remarried, and then even felt like it was getting back on track. She refused to let herself, though, get back into a position where she felt like a victim again. She had a background in medical sales, and Jenna always considered real estate investing her pie in the sky plan B. And cutbacks obviously happened at work, and she was never stressed because she figured out she could always get into real estate investing. When relationships failed, she always had real estate in the back of her mind. About 4 months into her second marriage, that life-changing day in April, she decided it was time to make her plan B a reality. After taking real estate investing courses and course after course, investing in software, finding the guidance she knew she needed, finding some mentors. She was ready to make her first offer, her first 6 offers actually. She had never been more fearful than in months leading up to that day. She went through countless ups and downs during that time. I'm sure you guys have done this before. It's very stressful and nerve-wracking when you're first starting. Her dad was going to be her business partner until he saw the large amount of time and financial commitment it took to get started. Jenna was all in, but her dad, her husband, other family friends weren't so sure. In fact, they told her, "You're crazy." And they told her the real estate was a scam and a waste of her time and money. They completely made her second guess herself, made her feel like a major failure before she even got started. The very people who should have been by her side, her biggest support system, told her she would fail. Every single person in Jenna's life seemed like they were going to try to steal her dreams from her, or she was on the verge. She was on the verge of really letting them steal that dream. But that's what makes Jenna different. She didn't let them. She was determined. She had a strong desire, stronger than her fear. Got to have a strong determination, bigger than your fear. And that's why she, was stronger than the naysayers. It wasn't her fault that they just didn't understand business. It wasn't their fault that they were scared as well and trying to protect her from failure. Even our minds try to protect ourselves from failing. It wasn't that they didn't support Jenna. They just didn't understand that there's possibilities because they have simply never seen it done before. They thought that they were protecting her, but what they were really doing was holding her back from reaching her true potential and living out her dreams of financial time and freedom. Jenna likens a real estate investing education. It's like a real estate education program if you compare it to a gym. If you have a gym membership, but you don't work out and you eat like crap, you don't see any results, right? Just like having a membership, you won't get anywhere if you don't actually show up and use it. So real estate investing education is the same thing. I've seen this. I've been part of lots of different real estate investing seminar companies, and you get all the education. There's one real estate investing, but if you don't practice it, you can get all the this education on real estate investing, but you don't practice and you use what you learn, you'll never see results and you'll never achieve success. In fact, I was just talking to a friend of mine who spent thousands of dollars. She's still paying back a lot of the money she used to invest in this education, and she still has fear inside of her from actually taking action. So you have the tools at your disposal, but you have to use them. But you have to want to use them. You have to know, and it's not enough just to want to know to use them. You have to know what your why is, right? So that you can keep going. So once Jenna found out her why obviously was her daughter, she made up in her mind that she was unstoppable. And during that time, she started getting seriously involved with real estate investing. Her second marriage ended. It was one of those moments that her why comes up again, and her passion for making it in real estate grew even stronger. When sometimes you're headed up to a wall and things start getting back into that mode, sometimes it's a kick in the butt. She had to make real estate work. Again, second marriage failed, needed to make real estate work. It was now her plan A. She put it as her plan A instead of on the back burner. Her daughter was always been her fire that keeps her going. So when there's obstacles, she has the best person she could ever hope for by her side, her daughter. Addison is what reminded her to never quit, that failure is not an option. She that she is a success. Addison is the driving force behind every decision she makes. Her daughter's education, her daughter's future, and was and is, what keeps her going every minute of the day. If she fails her daughter. And this is what's going on through her mind. So she got to work. She got started with a coach. I think coaches are very important. And the coach told her to do everything, even though she literally knew nothing. She put up 5 bandit signs one day, had 16 voicemails the next, 16 voicemails, and had no idea what she was doing with those voicemails. But she just took action. Again, one of the other steps that I went over in my last video is you got to take action even if you don't know that it's really going to work. You just take action in spite of fear. But to be successful in real estate, you have to buy properties. And to buy properties, you have to make offers. I remember my mentor told me that I'd likely have to make 10 offers to get one accepted. So that was her plan. This is what her mentor told her. But she found 6 properties in her small town of Pennsylvania and they looked like they had potential. So she made 6 offers on those. And what happened? One would be accepted. This was the first step that it felt more like a leap regardless. It didn't need to be taken or ready or not. She just went in there and took a leap. She didn't have to be ready. She just took it. You gotta take action in spite of your fears. You can imagine her surprise when she finally made those 6 offers and and then they got accepted. Fear and negativity thoughts started to make Jenna's head spin, but it still couldn't overshadow her why. So she's doing this all for her daughter. And she says that I'm doing this for my daughter, Addison, since the first moment when I held her tiny hand in mine, and she held my heart in return. She is the reason I moved forward on 5 of those 6 deals. She is the reason I get up every morning determined to succeed. And those are the days when she pushed through those seemingly impossible situations to overcome. Those are the days that she became an investor. The first seller that she was working with was losing her house in 9 days. So Jenna bought her first house in 9 days with nothing in place, had no idea about how to even purchase the property. This is when most people will quit. Jenna is not like most people. So she asked people about funding, and she never would have asked if she wasn't in such a tough spot, but failure wasn't an option. With literally everything on the line, she had no money. You have to ask people. You got to ask for what you need help with. So she went forward with 5 of those 6 deals and made over $165K in profits. And she was she was new, she's so new as they come. So how did she do it? She focused on her why, right? A strong why is so important. Any adversity you come across, for Jenna was failing doesn't mean, just failing herself. It means failing the most important person in her life was her daughter. So when you have somebody else there, sometimes, that helps when you have someone else relying on you. So also, she fully utilized the tools and systems and resources that she had at her disposal to start real estate investing, including coaching program, a software system like RealFlow, which I actually want to have you guys look at if you're in real estate and you want to learn the system that she used. RealFlow is the system that she used. She began using that, and not long after she started, these same programs and tools and systems have helped her to become a better investor over the last several years. She switched her mindset. She went from being scared to putting more faith and doubt in the doubts of the people around her. So she was able to put more faith in the doubts of the people around her, and then in herself, to make to taking on the mindset of a real estate investor. So she was able to take faith and those doubt and really put in the mindset and work inside as a real estate investor. Jenna always felt like she was different. She always felt like she was destined for something great. And it took her one deal to see that she was on the path to success. It only took one deal to give her a career boost and maybe more importantly, a confidence boost. I know that you and I are very different, and that's why you're watching this video. You're watching me on Facebook live stream because you know that you are different as well too. You are destined for greatness. Jenna kept her eye on the prize and pushed through obstacles and adversity. She says, when I look at real estate and the path that I've taken, Jenna says, the best way I can describe it is as a golden retriever looks at a tennis ball. And when you throw it at the tennis ball, the golden retriever doesn't see anything else. It knows the goal. It knows exactly what it's running towards. And all it can see is that ball. That's the way I look at real estate. That's what Jenna says. That is laser focus. And the most successful people that I know get super laser focused, and golden retrievers get definitely obsessed about that desire, right? Jenna's come a long way. And from her first deal, today she has 21 rental properties in her portfolio. She's bought and sold millions of dollars worth of real estate over the last 4 years. She's coached hundreds of other real estate investors through their fears and discovered the financial time freedom she was looking for. While Jenna's initial goal was getting into real estate just to provide a better life for her daughter, she found along the way that she is also able to positively impact people in her community. Her rental properties not only provide her with passive income each month, which I am such a big proponent of passive income, they also provide people with affordable living solutions for people in her area who can't get a mortgage. She's not just a hero to her daughter, she's now a hero to people in her community. The 3 levels of success. Okay. Jenna said that her mentor always told her that there are 3 levels of success. Now she's been through them all. She can attest that and said that knowing what to expect ahead of time helped her deal with each level. So level number 1, people will laugh at you. People laugh at me all the time. People laugh. My own family members laugh at me all the time. They will make fun of you. They will tell you you're going to fail. The people who should be your biggest cheerleaders will likely make you feel the worst. They will scare you, try to scare you, not because they don't believe in you, because they just don't understand and they're afraid for you. They think that they're protecting you. They honestly think they're protecting you. This is the time when you have to rise above, ignore all the negativity. Level number 2, people will see you starting to succeed and they will act differently because they assume that you're different now that you're becoming successful at this entrepreneurial dream that you've had. The same dream that they had, the same dream that they said would never work. They may be a little envious that you're achieving your dreams. They may think that you're becoming someone you're not, but their perception of a successful person may be skewed by the other people in their lives. So give them grace, continue to be yourself. Soon enough, they will remember that you are the same person as you were before your first deal. All right. Yeah, make sure everybody is still with me. Hopefully you guys are still with me here. So level number 3, accept people Acceptance. Accept people. People will start respecting you when you have more acceptance. The same people will finally see that you're the same person today as you were before you took the plunge into real estate investing. They will start to respect you for the hard work that you put in achieving your goals. They will recognize that you're the same person that they've always known and loved, and they may even ask you for help now. Jenna went through all these 3 stages, and at the last stage, it was her brother who came to her and asked her for help. Of course, she smiled and helped him by buying his house and flipping it for $60K in profit, and then selling him one of her other houses, also for a profit, of course. It's her job and her passion, and with real estate, she can help people and fulfill her dreams at the same time. Win-win. It's all about the win-win, guys. After all this, what does Jenna want to tell other investors? Jenna says she wants to tell other investors, ignore the negativity. Don't quit. Jenna knows from experience that other people's negativity can completely consume you if you let it. To succeed in business, you have to let go of the negative and self-doubt and stay positive. Don't listen to everyone else's. Remember your why and that led you here. All right. There will always be days that you want to quit. Don't quit. I know there's lots of days where I want to quit. When you quit, you're just like everybody else. And you don't want to be like everybody else. Jenna says that there's still days when she wants to quit, but she looks at her daughter and she remembers the day when she was down on her luck and down on herself, and she refuses to quit. She's determined to live an original life. That's what makes her different. That's what makes her successful. She said she looks back on the morning of 2013 and she's thankful, and that she says, I moved forward and I've made those 6 calls. I hate to think what our life would be like now if fear had won the day. And best of all, I have the freedom to spend as much time with my daughter as I want to. I alone can give her the life she deserves. And tonight I will go to bed with peace in my heart, and I'll go to bed with the knowledge that I can provide for my daughter. I will go to bed knowing I am free. Freedom chasers, you can be free. If you ask Addison, her daughter, if you ask Addison what she does for a living, what her mom does for a living, she'll say she's in real estate too, because that's right. You know, after all, these two are in it together, mother and daughter team, even though she's only 6. We start teaching them young. So if you want to learn more about how this single mom, Jenna, had completed the 3 basic steps of real estate investing cycle, then go ahead and click the link below this video. You're also going to be invited to the webinar that I have scheduled on the 24th with Real Flow. You want to check out this system that Jenna has actually uses to help her manage her deals, generate more leads. Over 45,000 other investors are using this, and they've closed over $10 billion in deals. So check it out. I have a webinar with the company that I'm partnering with, Real Flow. I actually worked with the company, the sister company here in San Diego, while I was pregnant with my daughter. And I've always had real estate as I've been in the real estate industry for like 6 or 7 years and surrounded myself with amazing people in the industry who are still trying to crack the code. And I believe that this software can definitely help you guys if you're in real estate manage your deals. It will analyze whether it's a good deal or not. It will help you manage your rehabs if you're working with contractors and you don't actually need a contractor to actually help you break it down, and you can estimate the repairs using this software. So click the link below this video, register for the webinar. It's next week, Thursday, 9 o'clock Pacific time. And you'll also get access to a 3-part video series on how Jenna used the real estate lifestyle cycle on how to learn how to find, fund, and fix real estate investment properties, not always using her own money. So check out the link below this video. Thanks for sticking with me on this video and learning more about this story, because I just really wanted to share it because it hit home. I used to be a single mom as well, and I'm super glad I put my manifesting mindset into gear and manifest the man of my dreams, and we can work together as a partner and find properties and deals all over the country using this system as well too. Royal Flow can help you find properties all over. So even though I'm in San Diego, I can find properties for my investors in Seattle and all over the world. So thanks for watching this video. Share it with a friend, and hope to see you on the webinar. Much love and aloha. Let me see if anyone had any questions, by the way, too. I just sat here and talked.